The lower house is gearing for plans on the proposed Bangsamoro Basic Law. The debates are expected to start next week, Monday, May 11. More details from Freddie Abando.
The death of BIFF leader Basit Usman is a big plus for the MILF's confidence-building measure to recover lost ground towards the passage of the draft Bangsamoro Basic Law. Another key concern raised by Congressman Rufus Rodriguez, chairman of the House Ad Hoc Committee on the Bangsamoro, is the surrender of 90 MILF rebels identified by the Justice Department probe involved in the tragic Mama Sapano incident where 60 to include 44 staff troopers and several civilian casualties. The Justice Department, led by Secretary Laila De Lima, is expected to file the appropriate charges. Magdalo Party List Congressman Gary Alejano urged the MILF to display their commitment to peace with the surrender of those accused.
We believe that we are going to the MLF will see it clear that we are one country, one constitution, one people, and one Department of Justice. And therefore, they should respect the Department in its findings and therefore cooperate with the government. That the BBL will be good for the country. It's good that the MLF has fulfilled 2 conditions. It will fulfill the 3rd condition, so much the better. But if they will not fulfill this condition, we are going to have the Filipino people see that the warrants of arrest to be issued will be implemented by the PNP and by the armed forces, and they have to stay aside, the MLF, because we are going to do what the rule of law demands, and that is the implementation of the warrant of arrest.
Remember, isang respetadong estado ang bansang Pilipinas. Hindi po dapat takot sa kung sino mang rebelde sa bansang ito. Diba? We want all Filipinos to be united. Hindi po tayo dapat nagpapatayan sa isa't isa. Pero ang malaking interes ng nakakaraming Pilipino ay dapat ina-uphold natin.
The Rodriguez Committee will convene May 11 and 12 to approve the draft Bangsamoro Basic Law. There may be some amendments to certain provisions related to the creation of offices within the Bangsamoro that could impinge on the powers of constitutional bodies to include civil service, commission on audit, commission on elections, human rights, and the mandate of the Ombudsman. 2 other concerns are the creation of a Bangsamoro police and a separate command for the AFP in the Bangsamoro. Rodriguez assured these provisions will be reviewed thoroughly to guarantee they comply with the Constitution. After the approval of the draft law by the Rodriguez Committee, it will be submitted to plenary by May 18 with the end view of approving the law before Congress adjourns in June. It's the consensus in the House the draft law's approval will serve the greater national interest, peace, and development in the new Bangsamoro entity that will replace the autonomous region of Muslim Mindanao.
The BBL, if you will see, is for all, including the MNLF, the BIFF, the Abu Sayyaf. This is for all the Bangsamoro area. That is why there is fuller political autonomy. There are about 40-50 billion that will be given to them. And that is why, while we are demanding justice, and it will be done, if they will not surrender, it will be done by our forces, we are going to have this bill. There have been 43 years of war, 17 years of peace talks, billions of money already armaments, millions of families displaced every time there's conflict, 120,000 dead. So this is the alternative, and the only alternative for us is to approve the BBL.
Naniniwala tayong may papasa ito. Naniniwala tayo na karamihan ng miyembro ng Kamara ay nagsusulong din ng kapayapaan. Sino bang siguro sa atin ng ayaw ng kapayapaan? Napakaganda ng oportunidad na pagkaroon ng kapayapaan sa Mindanao. If we're able to achieve peace in Mindanao, likewise with the rest of the country, looking at economic growth now, more. If we're able to achieve peace at the rate we're going now, the economy is growing, and we're getting the respect already of the global observers.
For the People's Television Network, this is Freddie Abando reporting.